And we're back out here for the first grand final of the afternoon. It is the men's 40s division. South Queensland Sharks taking on the Sydney Scorpions. Two teams very familiar with each other in this division. It is the Scorpions with the first possession. Last touch here for the men in green. So I look to go with the late switch. Lee Drennan in commentary with me for the men's 40s. Love seeing the Masters divisions out here on grand final day. It's or sheep stations for some of these players a lot of the times.
Absolutely. There's a lot of players certainly from South Queensland that I'm looking around thinking like Nathan Jones, number 11, who I feel like was only playing mixed, opened about 2 years ago.
Yep.
So they've got some serious calibre of players out here.
And they're on the attack straight away. Skinner into the hole. Ooh, just flicking it through. Might have had a chance there. Damon Ward just to hold the ball, run it through the line and try and take the 2-on-1.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he had a little bit more time than what he thought there. But great. It's a Scorps player that fell over in the roll ball, which gave Skinner a little bit of a chance to get through.
There's a chance now. Players onto the field. Chris Johnson. Sharon Goval in the number 2. Plays it, receives it back here, tries to loop it over the top. They do connect, but they will finish off in the corner. Touch made there on Paul McPherson.
Good start defensively by both teams here.
A little juggle there from Damien Moore. Puts it through the hands. There was a little deflection off one of the Scorpions players. They won't get another repeat set. The changes now flow onto the field and the Sharks go over the halfway line.
It's a great drive, great rucking set.
Robust plays it, loses the hat. They go short, try to feed it through, almost plucked out, and they will get a repeat set this time around.
Yeah, lovely field position to try and break the deadlock at the start of the game here.
Good attacking set here for the Sharkies. Going at the line, trying to dive in underneath, can't get there. Remus Gentles, another legend of this sport.
That was a great touch by the saving middle there. Ooh, that's a tough last name, that one. I apologise. I will attempt it at some stage.
Gentles goes to the line and off the hands. Tristamana. Have a look at the replay. Just goosing across there, Gentles.
I think they have it well covered anyway, even if the ball went cleanly into Tristan's hands there.
Changes now on for the Sharkies. The Scorpions, I should say. Shane Warnham in the 9 on the previous play. Now they come back towards the midfield. Last touch. Looping over the top, trying to get the bat on.
Yeah, it was an excellent platform, actually, that they had running into the last there, but probably just the field position a little bit too far out from the line to be a massive threat for the Sharks.
And the man that threw the ball, Drew Davies, who's one of their strike players, just hobbling off in backfield. So we'll keep an eye on Drew. It could be a big out for the Scorps.
This will be the first set where Nathan Jones has been on for in decent attacking field position as well. So could cause some headaches.
As Troy Skinner plays it. Damien Moore picks up, feeds out the back. Nathan Jones just loops it over the top of the head. Casual as you like. That's just Nathan Jones to a T. A little wry smile from the big man as well to the Scorpions defenders.
I'm not sure if the wry smile was because he felt like it might have been late, but I don't think so. I think he actually did get rid of it in time. Yeah, I reckon that's definitely gone. That's unbelievable play. We've seen some great things, particularly in the men's open division, but that would not have looked out of place there either.
Troy Nichols getting the opening try of the men's 40s grand final for the Sharks. Sees them 1-0 up on the Painaway scoreboard.
Got some fans down there, Scott.
Yeah, no, good to see the kids there waving.
Yeah.
Big crowd. The crowd just start to roll in on a Saturday.
It does always build on a Saturday, that's for sure.
Now the Scorps on the back foot. Yeah, Sharkies forcing them back on the 6 touch. They'll hand the ball over to the South Queensland men as they come out of their end of the field.
It's actually a great set of 6 from Scorps, but just too well defended by South Queensland. It felt like they put their best defensive players out there for that set of 6, and now a penalty that'll give them a little piggyback down the field as well.
We'll get restarted here on the halfway line. It's the Sharks. Full set of 6. In good field position. Skinner pumps, takes the touch now.
Yeah, as I was growing up as a touch player, Remus Gentles was the person that you did not want to defend against.
Here he goes, off the right foot. Almost skipping through there, Leon Skinner. Has he skipped through? Yes, he has. Good honesty from the Sydney Scorpions player. So we have a look at the replay here.
I thought both players were in a position to touch him there. It looked like there was a chance of getting... No, yeah, just very honest call from the middle. Diving, but not able to quite match the foot speed of Skinner. Just trying to work out who needs to be on here now. Scorps.
Definitely get their full six as we see the try scorer on screen. Taking a breather. The Sydney Scorpions box still looking quite calm at the moment. Down by 2 on the Pain Away scoreboard.
Yeah, they'd love to get into the contest by hitting back here. So not quite on the same page for that setup. And now it looks like they will run it. Oh, that's nice. Oh, they just had 2 players hitting the same hole there at the end. It just got it slightly mixed up. It was a wonderful attacking setup. Definitely an opportunity there. The Sharks winger was not in the picture.
And the referee's going to pick up a penalty here against the South Queensland Sharks. Full pass is the call. Been off the ruck. Good field position here for the Scorps. Comes out to Terry Joe, out in front. To reel that one in. As Joe plays it again. Takes a little time for the acting half to get into position. Mark Abood now sliding across. Joe off the right foot. Shapes, goes long. Nice slide defence from the Sharkies.
Yeah, great defence by the Sharkies there.
One touch to make. As Paul McPherson plays it, receives it back. And they'll finish it off in the corner.
Yeah, they've certainly started the game incredibly well. South Queensland, they don't have a half here early, but they're still making decent metres down the field.
As Jones passes it off to
brother Jones. Who's older out of those two?
Good question, I think. I'm going to go with Aaron.
Aaron.
Looks like he's had a harder life otherwise. If that's the case, but dynamic, the Jones boys. They'll be loving playing footy again with each other at a high level.
You wouldn't know it. They hang out and they look like they don't like each other, but I think they would secretly actually love playing together, particularly if they win.
And the repeat set here for the Sharks.
Wonderful field position again here with some big attacking weapons on the field. Skinner, who set up that last try, or scored the last try in fact. They've made numbers again.
They're looking for the phase play. Remus was just caught out of position after playing through to the line.
Yeah, Skinner wanted him to be quicker into acting half there, and they've got numbers again.
Oh, almost getting the bump play. Let's put the brakes on.
The winger for the Scorps came screaming in to make a great touch there. Probably a chance for Sharks if they could have thrown long to the wing straight away. Certainly creating plenty of attacking chances when they get up there.
Changes now onto the field. As Chris Johnson rolls forward for the Scorps. Hamilton now.
That's a nice drive.
Pick up and go. Switch. Got him on the back foot. Oh, almost just falling into the hands there of Aaron Jones. Not too sure if he wanted to really play for it and try and catch it, but he almost reeled it in. Big
left juke got in the way and a definite 3-on-2 for Scorps, so it had to be knocked down there. Again, they've got great field position.
Richard Foote has a dive at the line. The touch is made. Tristan Mana, man on screen. Calm as you like. A little high five for the job.
Yeah, great defensive field positioning there. Read that really well.
Scorps slide across field. Touch made on Daniel Hamilton.
Certainly they're throwing a bit more at the Sharks in this attacking set of 6, but got a sweeper coming around the back now.
A little bit of space into the in-goal area, and they will get their first points of the grand final. And just collapse on the Sharkies there. Acres of space on the right-hand side.
Yeah, great art of deception. You can see the sweeper comes around, so that middle has to break and try and chase, and then it opens up for the half to run back towards the short side and just lobs it over the top there. Sums up the situation wonderfully. for the unmarked winger.
Nice ball from Adam Faheen. Set that one up. First try for the Sydney Scorpions. 2-1 on the Painaway scoreboard.
They'd love to be able to hold this set out to make sure that they can narrow that gap against Scorps. It'll feel really good for them if they can just keep their defensive unit intact for this set of 6. Nathan Jones is running. They've just been too good there.
Yeah, classy touch footy there from the South Queensland Sharks. After leaking points down the other end, they hit straight back.
Yeah. And this is a play that we call lightning, where Nathan Jones is getting the ball on the out, running really hard, so everyone starts chasing incredibly hard that way, and then rips it back on his preferred passing side to a player running back the other way. You can see that it catches everyone out of position, but still plenty to do to execute that 3-on-2. Good quick hands.
Nice final pass there from Mahuda Tika. Try scored by Cal Overton. Back up by 2. The Sharkies now 3-1.
It's a really good drive again.
He's right within the try line, and they are going to get the advantage.
Should.
Big diving effort in the corner.
It's a touch.
Touch made. Wow. Massive. They were in all sorts of trouble there. Great phase play from the Scorps. Huge defence.
Such good attacking play, and I think that pass was just slightly behind the winger, which meant that they couldn't hit it with any speed towards the try line. You can see here, catches it going backwards, so it just cost that little millisecond, and that was enough time to come over and make. I don't know who that was. It's a great attack. Well, great Kane Stack, I think it was.
Kane Stack, the number 7 for the
Made
Sharkies.
the touch, and now a chance again here.
Ooh. Yeah, again looking to flip the switch. A little bit of phase play there. Khan Robust just losing the lollies, coming into the line. For him again. Steadies the ship for the Scorps. Terry Joe heads over to the interchange area for a breather.
A little one-handed scoop pass from half there. Did you see that one?
Lovely.
Didn't see that much.
Old school skill.
Great ball.
Beautiful. Oh, a little bit of contact. Nothing too much for the referee, just 2 players both coming in.
Yeah, it's hard, that one, because the wingers are shutting down, so they are running in incredibly hard. So their job is, as soon as that player catches the ball, to try and touch them straight away. But often you see that resulting in a pretty heavy collision.
The play just slows up. Decent contact in the roll ball. Sharks on the run. Jones picks up, players offside. A little bit of contact between the players. A little bit more contact right there. You don't often see Nathan Jones get put on his backside.
He's earned a penalty, I think. Well, he's convinced that he's earned a penalty. Entirely sure what it's for. Oh, jeez. Don't know if he'd be thrilled with that treatment, and that's a very strong touch.
Oh, and a little bit off the ball work as well. They're targeting Nathan Jones. Obviously know that he's a key man. It's going to take a lot more to put him off his game. So calm and composed. Oh, it's a touch and pass. No.
Could have easily gone that way, I think, but just going to be a roll ball.
Not convinced that he was in the passing motion. So we have a look at the replay here. Yeah, probably fair call. Like he was about to wind up, but wasn't in position now. It's coming in from the side, so the Scorpions getting a little bit sloppy within their 7-metre line.
Yeah, they've just given away. They've gone very hard with trying to disrupt this roll ball. You can see they're in there and jamming very hard. And it's cost them a penalty, but I think it's just the one so far. Aaron Jones now to work in with Nathan.
To go short side, players offside. Nathan Jones slipping in underneath. The touch has been called by the on-field referee.
Yeah, I think he had the link in all sorts of trouble, but the middle was good enough to get across and help there.
Brothers Jones combine in the play of the ball. Can send it out. And getting hands on the ball. Shane Woolman.
It was a messy roll ball too. It actually just ended up popping up into Nathan Jones' hand. I thought there was a chance the referee might have spotted a ball down, but they're going to be all fresh legs coming on for the Sharks now. A repeat set of 6 to try and attack.
Leon Skinner. Oh, just losing the footing. Gentles sends it back to the open field. It's Tika looking for penalties outside of the 7-metre line. Jennels comes off the right foot, puts the ball into the left hand.
Touch called Markabood, I think, that was signalling that got on the shirt there, on the playing singlet.
Damien Moore now links up with Tristan Marner. Comes to the open side, big left to right bomb. Overton steadies the ship, sends it back midfield. Skinner now goes short to Damien Moore. Beautiful work playing through the middle there. Leon Skinner instrumental in setting up that try for the Sharks.
Yeah, and a bit more feels like it was just always coming. They'd defended for so long in their line there, Scorps. So as soon as Skinner takes off and goes off his right foot, and a wonderful hole that's hit. Little short ball is all that was required.
So both teams progressing through to the grand final after semi-final victories. A tough battle for the Scorpions. Only 1-0 victory over the Brisbane Cobras. A little bit easier for the Sharks, beating the Victoria Storm 13-5. The Sharkies new favourites going into this one after finishing top of the table.
Scorps have been good though. They just haven't had a look at this end of the field for a while. Well, he was half, that's for sure, so that should be a turnover.
Adam Fahim handing the ball back to South Queensland. The Sharks take their time to get some directions out there as they head towards their substitution area. Nice work.
Good shooting defence there from Scorps.
Players now flow onto the back for the Sharks. Jones, and just to hold the ball up, roll forward. As they get over the halfway line now. Damien Moore just flings one out the back. They're going to get a penalty though.
There's another penalty there for offside, I believe.
I'm happy the Scorps feel like they're not getting the rub of the green at the moment.
They certainly have. They've given away penalties that have been really late in the count too. That's the disappointing thing. That was fifth and last again. So if you get through that, you're probably in really good field position. But instead, certainly under the pump now, trying to defend again.
2.5 minutes left here in the first half of the men's 40s grand final. As you see, a sloppy play the ball. Sharkies pleading that there was Sydney Scorpions legs in the ruck.
Yeah, Scorps have been really strong with those touches on the line there, trying to make sure that those roll balls are disrupted and not giving them a really good platform to attack from.
There's Davies. Good to see that he's back out onto the field. Number 4 for the Scorps. Rolling in nicely. They look to play out the back to Davies. He'll take the touch. Last one here.
There's one touch to go. Sharks weren't sure.
And they eventually shut it down. It's Terry Joe on screen there. And the number 23 for the Scorpions. Skinner rolls it forward. Jones links up with Damien Moore. Jones will take another hit up. Tristan Marner now comes onto the field, skips across field, straightens up now. Aaron Jones scoops it one-handed.
I think there's one more play here too, so they can try and get a really good platform for a half runner again, and it'll be Skinner.
Straight through he goes. Leon Skinner again into the in-goal area. Links it back to Tristan Marner. Wow. Well, that could have almost been a massive collision. Overton having to get the hurdles on as Tristan Marner gets it down, and it's that man against Skinner.
What about the wheels from Skinner? Gets straight into the back of the in-goal area. Whoa, that was a chance of being real carnage. So you could see that coming from a mile away. As soon as you saw Skinner come onto the field, he was setting for that perfect acting half running platform. Just seems to be the quickest man on the ground at the moment.
So 5-1 now. Here's the score on the Painaway scoreboard. 30 seconds left here in the half. Plenty of hugs over there in the box.
Great vision. 23 seconds left on the clock. They've only given away one penalty. I don't think Sharks will be in a hurry to go forward here, because they'll be content to give away another penalty.
And they do. Trying to burrow in underneath Richard Foote.
It's only about 7 seconds on the clock. They know that, so I think they'll have to go forward and make now.
Foote plays it. Warnham out the back. Beautiful.
Oh, great
nice
pass.
great way to finish the first half there for the Sydney Scorpions. They took full advantage. Nothing the Sharkies could have done. As we have a look at the replay. Nice work. Shane Warnham. Bang.
Look at the quality of that put down too. Just got it down so quickly.
So a nice finish there so far. Big second half effort needed here from the Scorpions, Dreno.
Absolutely, yeah. They basically need to be the first to score, but they're not going to have the first chance. It's going to be the Sharks that get the first look, and they have been pretty classy down here. So we see a little two-step play. Oh, that's genius, and the referees are satisfied.
Nathan Jones, try scorer. Perfect start to get the second half underway. South Queensland.
That's a Nathan Jones classic, actually. It's setting up like it's a ML, so you can see the lead runner coming here, given to the other side, and then runs that little inside line, ninja line. I'm sure you've heard it referred to as a few times.
He's going the over-the-head pass as well. He's obviously been practicing it.
And he threw one of them already in the game, didn't he? So maybe just continue.
Post try, there you go.
Whoop. Bang.
Go and get that. Also got another grand final for people that are tuning in at home, might be interested. The men's 55s grand final currently taking place. We'll just see how this set plays out for the Scorps. A little bit of space driving in at the line.
Gosh, I hope I'm still playing touch at 55.
I hope I'm still walking at 55. Like these blokes are out here running, getting them really involved. It is the Sydney Scorpions taking on the Brisbane Cobras. And it's 3-0 to the Scorpions currently in the men's 55s grand final. We'll keep an eye on that one as that unfolds. We get back underway. And the Sharks have defended after scoring points down the other end.
Big defensive set.
Aaron Jones through the middle. Brother Nathan does the same. Tristan Mana offloads to Kane Stack. We saw had that massive defensive play in the first half. Over the halfway line now with Moore. Teacup picks up, gets through, can't get past players. Called onside from the referee.
We'll have to get the ball back quickly here as well. That probably should be close to a penalty. He did enough there to allow his defensive line to get set and in position.
The ball goes through the hands now for the Scorpions. Change is coming as Johnson heads into the interchange area. Joe passes, last touch. Warnham, a little bit of space, almost there.
Chase. That was wonderful attacking play there from the Scorps. So send a sweeper back the other side. It actually created numbers, but Leon Skinner came from the other middle. Not even the middle that was beaten, but the other middle to get across. He's just got serious pace.
The Sharks head back to the mark. Tristan Manor says, right here, sir, in this blade.
And he used his manners.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Come on. Moving himself into half here as Aaron Jones comes back to the mark. Jones again. Mana. Switches in. Aaron Jones. A little bit of a slip. Skinner. It's Leon.
Well,
dishes. Jones goes, not having it. Don't want it.
Not their best attacking set, that one. I think three of them switched at the same time, and then Aaron Jones just decided they didn't want the ball anymore, threw it over the sideline.
So we see that little slip.
Switch, kind of.
Finished. Done. Over to the Bristol Paints sponsorship board.
Scorps fresh legs coming on again here. They've actually rolled quite nicely and earned a penalty. It felt like they did have really good momentum in that sort of six, so not surprising to see a penalty come on the back of that. A few tired legs out there for South Queensland that were looking to get through this set unscathed and then over to their sub box to run some subs as well.
Davies. Daniel Hamilton, my apologies, in the 12. Johnson now. As they look to sweep around. Getting into the in-goal area and throwing it, just in case they didn't get it.
Just have a look at the position that the two Sharks defenders get into after diving to make that touch. That looked like
Make sure you keep an
leapfrog.
eye out today for our friends at Red Rooster,
Maybe
who are
you
walking
can't.
around the grounds,
Come on.
handing out some free
Give me
samples
something here.
of some delicious chicken
Surely.
nuggets.
Almost squeezing through top of each other. How good's that? And a little slap on the backside for your effort.
Almost needed an adult content warning there.
As the big flick comes out the back. It's definitely a forward pass coming in the way of the Sydney Scorpions. All happening out here. Men's 40s. 5-2 on the Payne Away scoreboard. 6-2, my apologies.
Thank you.
It's for him. Comes down the sideline. Changes on. This is Drew Davies now. Ball in hand.
Does look a little bit hampered, Davies.
Last touch.
Ooh. Very nice pass, nice flat ball, but winger just sort of was in great pre-touch position so they could get in and put that pass under all sorts of pressure. That's what they'd be so pleased with, Sharks. They've obviously attacked really well to put 6 on the board, but holding their opposition to 2 at the moment through some. And I wouldn't say that Scorps have attacked poorly. They've created plenty of chances, but just been equally matched by some great defence.
Little bit of a juggle, reeled in there. Brad Griffin. There's more. Slides across field. Switches in Griffin.
Well defended on that occasion. Saw the switch back coming. Read it perfectly. Just the back end of the tournament where you can see that every single set of 6 there's subs having to go. They haven't got just the legs to be able to go direct with any of these sets at the moment, which means they're probably struggling to just get themselves into a position where they get really, really close to the line. So all their attacking raids have come from here. Messi roll ball again, and I think he's going to say 6. Oh, it's penalty, in fact.
A bit of ruck interference.
Yeah, so now they do get that really good field position.
So Terry Joe taps, gets this back underway. This touch coming in again. Kane Stack.
It's been good in defence. Run the same play game, same setup. And again, yeah, I thought that might be the option on that occasion. In fact, deemed that a player is offside. See that Kane Stack, Scorps knew that Kane Stack was going to get in and try and snipe that. So they actually threw the ball straight across him. And equally well defended by the winger.
2 penalties within the 7-metre area for the Sharks.
It is 2, isn't it? Thought the first one might have been outside the 7th. Be interesting to see if they give away another one.
As Johnson fires it. Behemoth late at the line. Cal Overton. They're going to give it away. Another repeat set.
It's a perfect setup, attacking play, and great touch. Well, not touch, but certainly getting there and knocking down the ball had to be made.
Johnson steps, tries to get through himself.
Oh. Well, that would have to be a penalty too, I think, if there's a talking to about the head. It's a sub.
Yep, so 3 penalties within the 7-metre zone, so there'll be a Sharks player who is standing on the sideline,
exactly
so they
right,
lose
Scott.
a player here.
Well counted.
Numbers advantage here to the Sydney Scorpions. They've got to capitalise on this opportunity when they've got a numbers advantage. Johnson, and they will. Nice work. They'll plonk it over. As the Scorpions finally get points. Their 3rd try.
They'll get all their 6 players back onto attack, though. It's only for that defensive set of 6. So basically just ensuring that the attacking side does get some sort of numerical advantage, but certainly well run. And then you can see Griffin actually lost his footing, which made it quite an easy 3-on-2 to execute in the end.
See the coaching staff in the Scorpions box. They're still quite relaxed at the moment.
Yeah, they just probably know that they need to score back-to-back. That's the thing. If it's a shootout and every time that they score, Sharks are able to answer, that's where it gets a little bit harder. They need to get through a defensive set of 6 unscathed.
Aaron Jones to Nathan. Cuts out. Goes to Leon Skinner. They come back midfield to Aaron.
They've still got a touch in hand here.
Get it. Pick up. Gentles. Links up over the top. And again, after the Scorps score points, Sharks just roll down the other end and hit straight back.
You can see in the Scorps box just a couple of really disappointed players there. It's probably just a matter of a poor decision by the link. It's short side, so in theory should always be running out, trying to run them down when the acting half goes there. But just because of the probably bad position that they're in, they just panic a little bit and leaves Nathan Jones a very easy passage to the try line.
7-3 on the paint away scoreboard. Sharks in control here in the men's 40s grand final. Under 10 to go. One hand on the trophy here for the men in South Queensland. Nice play out the back.
That's beautiful play.
Threads the needle.
They were appealing for forward pass, but it definitely wasn't. I think the winger had actually got in front of the link, but the pass from the link still went backwards and the winger had to go back and collect it. You should see it here. They run that deep flop line out the back. The winger runs backwards to catch the ball after originally getting himself into probably not great position. So good refereeing and very good attacking play. Scorps there.
Try scored by Paul McPherson. Still just within distance here, the Scorps.
Yeah.
But like you said in the previous set, they just got to tighten up their defence.
Yeah.
They can't keep letting the Sharks hit them back.
They have to start to close the gap rather than letting those hit backs in.
Meters into the line. Losing footing. Still manages to hold it and get it down in one motion. Stepping off the left foot. Well, that's just skill. Absolute skill.
It was actually really good by the acting half to be able to get that pass to him so quickly, because losing footing, and unfortunately the Scorps middle there was actually defending behind the line. So it almost got back onside too far and then unable to get back up and try and make that touch. It's so important that once you find the line, you're then able to get another couple of steps back up. That's interesting.
What's happened here?
Just sort of pass the ball to no one. Not quite on the same page there. Scorps off the tap off.
There's 7 players on somewhere. Which team is it? Must be the Sharks. There's a lot of finger pointing coming out of the Sydney Scorpions bench.
They certainly only got 6 now, but at some stage it looks like they had 7, so got away with one there, Scorps. It's a strange passage of play. Everyone getting a little bit confused.
We get things back underway. Resuming. There's the Scorpions getting clunky, just running into each other there.
Yeah, interesting play that one. They just could have got in each other's way, the half and the person that was trying to run that hole hitting line. Oh, we're seeing
they
again.
haven't got 7 on again, have they?
It's the same thing.
Boys.
You've got to sort it out. Aaron Jones has got both hands in the air here trying to work it out. Not impressed.
He's filthy. He's struggling to count the 6 at the moment, the Sharkies. Back to back.
They want to sort that out very quickly. And then they defended the next 2 touches with only 5. So they're completely panicked about the numbers on the field now. They do have the full 6 out there. It's their ML platform once again. Aaron Jones, what a pluck that is.
You have to throw it pretty high to get over the top of the big man.
You can see he sort of got himself in there, made himself as big as possible so that half was always going to be really... Sorry, that pass was going to be always really hard to get past him. But then generally you see these ones get knocked down. But instead it just hands like glue stuck in there.
A few errors starting to creep into the Sharks game now as we see them turn the ball over.
This is the best chance the Scorps have had to narrow that gap to 2. That feels like Sharks have been out for... had a 3-try lead for most of this game. And it's a real opportunity to hit back and just make them a little bit nervous here from a Scorps point of view.
Still 6 minutes on the clock. A lot of footy to play out. Sharks trying to leave the door open. This will be a touch and pass penalty.
It's a late pass first. Just again, it was that man. We've called his name so many times, but Leon Skinner again as the saving middle there came screaming in and just made a touch far before the attacking player thought he was going to be there.
Nice Touch one option as well from the Sharks coming down the left-hand side of the field. Some on the front foot to set up their set. It's Troy Skinner takes it forward, has another hit up, comes back midfield. Nathan Jones back on to the park and sweeps off the left.
Intercept.
Picked off Johnson, no touches made. There's no one really chasing from the Sharks. They're starting to come now. Gritting their teeth is Johnson. Can he go the whole way? You bet he can. Wow. What a big play. That's a grand final play. And has that gotten the Scorps back into this match?
That is unbelievable because it looked as if Sharks had created an opportunity. They had Nathan Jones on a sweeper and that pluck high above the head again, and then started with a decent lead. It's a valiant effort by the Sharks winger, but as you said, grit the teeth and just do enough to get there and then head to the sideline and probably have a sub for the next few minutes.
Absolutely. Straight onto the water, sucking in the big ones.
Might need him back out there though. If he can produce that again, then it's going to really tighten up this contest.
Former Australian representative Chris Johnson, he's been in big games before. He's come up with a big moment there. Sharkies now margin back down to 2. Big defensive set here for the Scorps. They got to hold out the Sharks. Jones on the run, sends a beautiful left to right out into the corner. Has the touch been made? Referees are coming together. I think the on-field's happy. The ball was down first, and he's got to point to the spot.
Certainly looks from here as if the ball was down first. It's just the quality of the pass. It's Nathan Jones on the sweep again. Runs to the short side, and then as he looks like he's diving for the line, just rips that pass to the winger. You'd have to think that he's probably got that ball down first.
Nice quality ball. Not much room to work with. Troy Nichols finishes it off.
It's a quality pass. Absolute laser there.
A bit flat here in the Scorpions.
Yeah, they haven't quite made the meters that they would want. They're not quite into the line yet. Run a little bounce out play now. Good touch there. They ran their bounce out play. They had Damien Moore, I think it is, that under some pressure, but did enough to get there and make the touch.
Stacked out here on the right hand side, flicked off the fingertips. It's going forward.
Have to be a forward pass for the attempted bat on, so I think it'll start with a tap.
So while the Scorpions doing it tough here in the men's 40s, they are looking the goods in the men's 55s grand final, taking place on the field next to us. They're up 5-0 over the Brisbane Cobras. As the Sharks continue to flow on to the field. Skinner again, left foot, right foot, trying to get away.
Really well defended on that occasion though. It's been a real threat from half every time he's gone there, so they've done well to shut that one down. It's starting to times becoming a serious factor now. Only about 2.5 minutes left on the clock, so need to score in this set of 6 to be any real hope.
Changes now. Work their way onto the field. The try scorer. Full length intercept. Can he set one up? Goes to the line. Looks for his outside support.
Just didn't have any hole hitters there. Certainly with any conviction. Everyone was sort of running, sliding out towards the sideline rather than, I think he just wanted someone sort of running an unders line and chopping a hole back. Oh, not square that one. Well, not through the legs maybe.
Yeah, looked like an incorrect play the ball. Signal from the on-field referee. Terry Joe.
We've seen another turnover here though.
Just errors with ball in hand who've really cruel the Sydney Scorpions, who have been trying to get themselves back into the game.
Yeah, they played some really good touch in the second half, but I think it was a 3-try gap at half time, and it's just never been able to be closed, only for that little section. It has been picked up, a forward pass here. Scorps were quite convinced that there was a forward pass in there. They started clapping their hands and celebrating. Referees agreed. But Sharks, every time it felt like the Scorpions have been coming, Sharks have been good enough to just hold them at bay. Put another try and just keep that gap at about 2 or 3 tries on the scoreboard. Johnson in the half. Woolman holds it. They'll look for phase play.
Yeah, so the touch actually wasn't affected there from Kane Stack.
No, it's a voluntary roll ball. Assumed that the touch was coming. Felt like there was contact coming, but then Kane Stack just sort of sucked out, didn't make the touch. It's a really smart play. And you can see a couple of fist pumps and fist raises, and I think Sharks know now that they've done enough.
Clock's starting to wind down. Almost there for the South Queensland Sharks. Going to take the men's 40s. So just crab across field, looking to take seconds off the clock. Nice little wraparound play. And that'll just about do us here in the men's 40s grand final. The South Queensland Sharks victorious. A gallant effort from the Sydney Scorpions.